Welcome to life outside Atlanta, where all your dreams may come true. A lot of magic go on outside of here. Since a lot of things we're not taught in school, a lot of stuff we programmed with, but you got to be able to think for yourself, have an open mind. But just know, some things in this world can never be explained. But when the smoke clears, I still remain. No destiny the same, let it soak through your brain. Will you float through the sky or burn in some flames? Stay tuned. With me for a minute, man. We finna talk some real stuff, man. Just hop on in. Put your seatbelt on.
Some say a UFO, just life outside is out. Okay, your beat going apes, so you know this on bananas. They say I went commercial, some try to change the channel.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Life Outside Atlanta podcast. And you know, your boy been fishing, and we got the reels bent.
Oh yeah,
all four of them bent. You hear me? Yeah, float done went under. Goddamn it,
I ain't lying.
But and today,
yeah,
I got a very special guest. Been waiting on her for a while. She got a very busy schedule. Yeah, but y'all know I can pull a rabbit out the hat, man. We finally linked up.
Hey, my name is Nova.
Nova, okay. So for people that may not know, what does Nova mean or stand for? Why they call you Nova?
It means new star.
New star, okay. Shining bright. I like that. All right. So, you know, we was talking offline, and you was referring to about the birthdays and why some people don't celebrate birthdays. What type of information did you come across to make you be like, yeah, I ain't celebrating this?
Well, just the birthday song itself is a spell. Like, you are aging yourself. Originally, people weren't meant to be aging. Like, you just pretty much stayed youthful. Yeah. But they have, through language, they taught us to spell ourselves, to put curses on ourselves. So when you go through the birthday celebration, you're actually aging yourself, and singing that song is part of that ritual to make you age. So I do not celebrate birthdays.
I never heard of it.
But it don't sound too far-fetched, and I don't put it past them.
Because it's a lot of things
right.
that they got out here that, you know, try to slow us down, or, how can I say, keep us from being in the know. So with that being said, a lot of people don't understand, like, far as what occult mean. And what I came across is it mean hidden information. What do you think? What's your thoughts on that? And why some people may look at it as a bad thing about knowledge that could actually help them further their life or the people around them.
Well, the thing is that we've been taught all of our life, you know, this is bad, like the number 13. 13 is supposed to be bad. 13 is not bad. 13 is a lucky number. It's kind of like April Fool's Day, and they teach you, you know, that it's a bad day. Well, that is actually the first day of the year. So everything basically they've told us that is bad is actually good. The things that they tell us that are bad are actually good. Take, you know, witches, for instance, and a lot of people go, ooh, you know, no. The original witches that were burned at the cross, the original witches that were burnt, the reason they were burnt was because they were actually healing people through herbs. Exactly. And, of course, yeah, there's no medicine. I mean, there's no money in that. They need to sell you the medicine. So, of course, they had to get rid of these people. But, yeah, it goes back to them teaching us not to step into the power that is our right and we're born with this, but we're programmed from the time that we're born. It starts with our parents teaching us all the things that they've been taught, which is a sad thing to say. Your teacher has programmed you out of your magic that you carry within yourself.
Exactly.
And then, of course, they take you and put you in the school system, and that's more further indoctrination. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense, and I agree with you. As far as, how can I say, I would call it dumbing us down, really. You think it's more for power for them or more about money that they're making off, such as when you were speaking about the herbs and all that good stuff? They want you to take their pharmaceutical drugs.
I think it's both. I think that one, they want to make the money from the pharmaceutical drugs, because those drugs are actually going to make you sicker, and you're going to need more and more and more. So that's going to make them more money. But they also want to dumb you down because you have the ability to heal yourself. You have the magic and the power within you. And that's actually what Jesus was teaching. His name wasn't Jesus. I know that. Yeah. But that's what everybody calls him. But that's what he was teaching. He was teaching these people how to heal themselves and heal others, how to step into their magic. So they got rid of him.
I can see that. I can see that 100%. And this comes from somebody, we don't have to say exactly what you do, but it's a highly prominent person in the medical field. I will say that. So she is very well educated when it comes to medicine and all that good stuff. But
yes.
Let me ask you this. Do you know of other people or doctors or whatever, per se, that may have the same beliefs, or they just been brainwashed? And keep in mind, this is a real doctor we speaking with now.
I think that in the beginning they were all indoctrinated, but I'm seeing more and more now that people are waking up and they're realizing, what's really going on. And a lot of the people that I know in the medical field are now against the medications, and they're stepping more into the holistic side of things. And as me and my really good friends say, woo-woo stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, got a few questions. Like I said, I don't have anything wrote down. We're just going to go off the top of the head. So with that being said, what do you think, why do you think so-called witches have a bad rep? Other than, well, let me ask you this. So somebody who may be like deep into religion or whatever the case may be, what could you tell them to possibly wake them up? Like, what would be something that you could say in a conversation that would just shut the room down completely?
Well, the first thing you have to understand is that's not our job. It's not our job to wake them up. Our job is to wake ourselves up.
I learned that,
Yes, and you can't really say anything that's going to shut them down and stop them. All you can do is plant seeds. Some people just are not ready, and they need that milk for a little while before they can take the bread. Yeah.
So it's
just little seeds.
You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink.
Exactly. Yes.
So let me ask you this. Do you think that's one of the reasons once you start learning about medical physical stuff and more about yourself and your own power within, do you think that's why it's a lonely road as far as what you just said? It's not your job to actually wake other people up? Because I have noticed back in the day, I have told some people some stuff and it sounded crazy at first. And so I just stopped talking about it. But then later on in life, when the shit started happening, I'm not the type of person to be like, I told you so. I hate doing that.
Right. Yeah, it is very lonely. And to be honest with you, when you first get started, it's a little scary too, when you start realizing the truth of what's really going on and, things that have been hidden from you and the things that you partook in and not even realizing, like communion at church. I was raised in church. That's something I've always done. But I had no idea that when
that was a ritual. That's what I used to think.
It is a ritual. It actually is. The ones that I guess we shouldn't say their names or anything. We'll call them the elitists. Those ones, they are cannibals and they eat people. They eat babies. And so
that's crazy. Yeah. That shit been unfolded, man. Like, man.
Yeah. So what you're doing when you're partaking in that, they're the ones that actually set all this stuff up. They set all the religions up. Yeah. So when you're doing that, then, you're basically doing the same thing. Eat of my flesh and drink of my blood. That's cannibalism.
When you think about it, that shit sound crazy to me.
It does. Yeah, it really does. But I mean, we're taught that all of our lives. You know, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Okay. So let me ask you another question, not to jump too far from the topic. What do you know about astral projection and as far as dreams? And what does that mean to you? Like, do you think that's a place you can actually find hidden information when it comes to astral projection, when it comes to remote viewing, or whatever the case may be?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. It's 100% real. And yes, you can absolutely get information there. The problem is people start looking for information outside of themselves when it's all inside of themselves. So when you start doing astral projection or remote viewing, you know, then you're getting information straight from the source. You're on the spiritual realm of things. And everybody does it. They just don't realize they do it. At night when you go to sleep and you're having all these dreams, you're actually out of your body. And that is scientifically proven. Yeah.
I had some shit happen to me. I haven't really spoke on it yet. I was going to save it for a later date. But I'm going to touch on it briefly. It was this one particular dream. And now that I think about it, I think I was like, I almost damn near know I was remote viewing. But when I first got there, you know, it was like these creatures, like they had 2 legs, had 2 arms, but they had like these mutant faces. And they was eating at like these big ass wooden old school tables, and it was a bunch of them. Then all of a sudden, it was this, I want to say it was like not necessarily some type of cart, but it was, it had 4 wheels and it had a big ass like loop on it. And it was this woman like this. I don't know what she was or who she was, but right then and there, because I wake up a lot in my dreams. So that's when and that shit's kind of dangerous too, but we'll touch on that later. But I seen her. It was 2 of them in front of him, like escorting her, and it was 2 behind her, and they had her on this cart with this wheel, and it was this big ass loop, and she had her arms like tied, and all of a sudden it's like I just zoomed in, and she's the only one that fucking spotted me because her head turned directly towards me, and you know how you ever seen like a how can I say it, an animal at night, how their eyes glow up yellow, her eyes like that shit was yellow. And she started whispering something. And, you know me, I'm going to stay a little bit longer just to see what's going on. But that whisper got louder. And she was speaking in some language that I have no idea what she was doing. Man, I got the hell up out of there. Because, like I said, I know a little bit, but I don't know too much. But that was something that I can almost guarantee I was promoting. Yeah, she was trying to get you, boy.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, you were somewhere you weren't supposed to be.
Yep, and some shit I seen I wasn't supposed to see. But whoever she was, she had to be very important and very dangerous. By the way, they had her like captured, I would say. But she had like this. Yeah. I don't know. It was this weird fucking face.
Very, very powerful.
But, yeah, I ain't told too many people about this, so they gonna get an exclusive. But with that being said, we finna take a commercial break right quick. We will be right back.
Have you ever been in love?
Oh yeah, I'm in love right now. What do you mean?
With who?
Yeah, my future wife.
What do you mean?
Aww.
Yeah, cut it out. All that shit. I thought y'all had me.
How about a romantic love?
Romantic? I don't think I can fully explain it because I'm living in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can't explain the movie if you ain't seen the ending.
What else you got? This is easy, yeah.
Been together for a while now.
You see what I'm saying? Represent for the fellas, like man. No, I ain't bullshit. I ain't lying. Talking about.
Cheers for y'all here.
What we doing?
Shout out to my baby, man.
I'll tell you what.
It's for the autumn night.
Okay.
Before you go,
what else you got?
take this last dance.
Okay, how about this?
What's going on?
I'm thinking Vegas on another
had
flight.
Near-death experience?
Oh yeah.
Keep in mind, some people don't wake up.
Yeah, I mean, you do it every time you go to sleep.
What?
You do it every time you go to sleep.
Might sound crazy to some, but how you think you're able to see some of your relatives that already passed on? What you enter when you go to sleep is something called the astral world.
You never heard it?
No.
But you just call it a dream.
No, never heard of that. That's kind of scary.
Let me explain it to you?
Yes.
I got you. Just hold on.
I got to talk, man. Just saying. Be like that sometimes. She over there thinking, hey fella, hey, I'm telling you fella, when she like that, boy, hey, she thinking, man, I'm gonna tell you what's going on right there. It's this very, very important person who she having a conversation with within her mind. That's the person you need to try to get to understand. That's why she over there. You know what I'm saying? That's why she giggling, man. I'm telling you now. I ain't bullshitting you. Listen to me now. What you got to do?
Nah, I ain't even gonna say nothing, man. Let me let me stop. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Welcome to part 2. We are back. I had to have a short commercial break. And what was we talking about? We were speaking on as far as the remote viewing. Like I said, I was somewhere I knew I wasn't supposed to be.
Right. And the thing is when you are astral traveling like that, you may be in a completely different reality, a completely different dimension.
Okay.
And then again, there's a lot of hidden places here on Earth that we're not supposed to know about. You could possibly have been in one of those, like, you know, some of these underground places that they keep hidden from everyone.
1,000%. So with that being said, why do you think it's illegal for, or not, well, I guess it's illegal as far as Antarctica? Like, I feel like it should just be a bunch of people, we just all hit up the Antarctica. 'Cause I know some shit going on they don't want us to know. What do you think it is?
There's absolutely a lot of stuff going on up there. Well, number one is beyond the ice walls and there's all these secrets over there, like other lands. They say, I don't know, but they say like there's still dinosaurs and everything over there, and like it's utopia. It's supposed to be like paradise over there, different continents and all that. Yeah. I do know that there's like everybody talks about the aliens. There's aliens there. Aliens are real. They've been here forever. So people getting freaked out and scared, that's nonsense. They've been here forever.
And I see some shit that says some of them may look just like us and we'll never know. But one way to find out is what I heard is thermal cameras. Like they'll come up on a thermal camera. Is you know, most people will be red. Some people don't give off a heat signature or whatever the case may be. So the shit will turn up actually blue. But I think that'll freak a lot of people out if they actually knew.
Yeah, absolutely. There's other ways that you can tell. Like when you're talking to someone and you suspect they're not a human, you can look in their left eye and it's a reptilian, and it will show itself. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
And I've heard that you can stand behind them like in a line or whatever, and you can think to yourself, I know what you are, and they'll turn around and look at you because
Oh no, don't do that, man, because like what happens next, you know? Do they follow you to the fucking car or what the case may be? But I mean, I don't necessarily think, I don't know though. I feel like if they really was after us or something, some shit, I feel like they would, you know, they would try to get us already. And then some people may go, all the people going missing, they could already be doing some shit or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but
there are. The government made a contract with the aliens. I think it was in 1958. I think that was, that they could take a certain percentage of people. One of the things is, though, is that if they were just going to kidnap them and do experiments or whatever, the people can't remember, and they have to put them back exactly where they got them from.
Yeah, see, that's what I think is going on in some of these national parks. I don't think people realize how many people actually go missing in these huge national parks yearly.
Oh, yeah.
It's a ridiculous amount of people. But that's when you get into cryptids and jinns. Do you know anything about jinns?
J-I-N.
No, I don't.
Look it up.
Okay. They're supposed to be these very, very powerful, how can I say it, entities. I don't really know what you want to call them, creatures or whatever the case may be. But if you catch one, supposedly you can make like a wish or whatever the case may be, as far as like riches, power, and all that stuff. But it's going to come at a price. And I heard some shit, I don't know how true it is. But you know, some of the shit you just got to filter through. But one of the ways to conjure one up is like you got to find these caves. They stay in these caves all over the country. And supposedly you have to rub like,
in different countries. Look it up on YouTube.
Shit on yourself. You're supposed to rub like shit all over your body and piss and say some shit, and they're supposed to come. I don't know how true that is. I don't know. But so what do you think about what do you call them, skinwalkers? You know anything about those?
I have seen a lot of stuff on that. I hope I don't never run into one, but yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff on that. Apparently they're real.
So you think they're actually there to protect something? Because a lot of this stuff, as far as, shit people may see in caves, I be thinking, okay, once you get beyond that, what are you hiding, or what type of information or fucking knowledge you have? Like, shit like that interests me. But I'm not saying I want to figure out, just, that some bitch might try to trick me or whatever the case may be. But I think it's a lot more to what we think.
I think there is a lot more to it. I haven't really gone down that path, so I can't add a whole lot to that.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned something as far as, the reptilians and aliens and all that stuff. I've been hearing something about a mothership. Like, how much information do you have on that you want to share with the people?
Well, I just keep hearing that, the government's going to start telling everybody that there's this huge, massive mothership that's headed to Earth, and it's supposed to put fear into everybody, which we all know they feed on the fear, so that's what they want. But that thing's been here forever.
Oh, yeah, I think the same thing. But that's another reason I think, and I keep telling a lot of people, like, that's the reason I think, quote unquote, AI has came out. Because once it's actually shown, people ain't going to believe the shit. They're just going to say it's AI.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's part of the deception. They call them the Galactic Guardians, I believe, but they're supposed to be here to help us because there was a lot of technology that came from the aliens that was supposed to be shared with the people of Earth, but of course that was never shared. So basically, I heard that there was an ultimatum that was given to them. They have a certain amount of time to release all of the technology to the people of Earth, or they're going to intervene and it's not going to be pretty.
So the people that's quote unquote in power and running the show, do you think they're of flesh and blood or there's something else?
They're reptilians, fallen angels.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And I know it's a lot to take in for some people who listening, but if you were to do the research and shit that we're saying, hey, just don't be afraid to go down to it. But one thing that may be blocking you from doing it is your religion. Most people religion, they can't see anything outside of that. They're like in a box, it's a ceiling. You see what I'm saying? And they're taught not to ask questions. That's one thing that made me start questioning. I can't ask questions. What the hell? Like that doesn't make sense. So, So I consider myself a lot more spiritual. The path I went down, the information I have found, like I say, it is a very lonely road, but it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And there's so much shit I done came across. Like you say, some of it at first, when you first jump into it, it could be spooky to some, but don't stop there. You just got to keep going.
Right.
So it's
also terrifying,
Oh yeah,
yeah, it is
something completely new that you haven't been taught, and like, damn, like it's like you need it's the red pill or blue pill.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and once you know, you can never go back. There's no way. No. Yeah.
You just gotta find.
Yeah, when I first started.
Now go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just saying, when I first started and I started going down these rabbit holes, like, it was just me. Nobody else around me was doing this. And the things that I kept coming across, like, it was so devastating to me that I went into severe depression for a while. Yeah.
Okay. So was that, what can I say? Something particular you was reading, the information you was getting? Was it from certain shamans or what do you, anything you want to speak on?
Everything. I was getting information from everywhere. It was just, it was so bad. Knowing, what they do to the children, that to me, you have no reason to hurt a child.
I didn't know it was that bad when it comes to the Epstein shit. Like, a lot of people ask me, have I watched it? I didn't want to see it because I'm just going to get pissed off.
Yeah, I don't need to look at it because I already know. Yeah. So I'm not going to put myself back into that because it's heartbreaking. Yeah, it is. And it pisses me off.
And what's crazy, how like we may be going to work in the morning, we see a cop on the side of the road looking for fucking speeders. Like, you out here really trying to catch somebody speeding, going to work to pay their bills, but you got people out here eating goddamn kids. You know how crazy that is?
Yes, it is. Absolutely. And they're actually working for them. But I mean, our system is excuse my French, but it's fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
It is so messed up. Like, they're getting paid to keep us occupied and keep us in fear all the time while they're doing the most horrific things, you know?
I would, give them benefit of the doubt. I would say a lot of them don't actually know. They're just going off the information that they're fed.
Right. You're right. There are some good ones, yes.
Oh yeah, 100%. But
yeah.
Another topic.
But it's just part of the system. Go ahead.
Another topic I want to speak on as far as spiritual and metaphysical
shit.
stuff.
I'm gonna keep it in.
Metaphysical stuff. I'm sorry. What do you know about meditation for people that may not know how to get into it, or whatever the case may be, or yoga, or something that could help them along the way? What do you suggest? Or would you just suggest them to find some type of shaman, or what do you think?
Well, shaman's always good, but most people aren't going to travel to the places like Peru or Taiwan or somewhere like that to.
I heard they're hard to book too. Like, they're booked up for like years down there.
Yes. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, meditation is hard. Like, it takes you a while to learn to still your mind. And I actually have a spiritual teacher that has been working with me, a coach, and teaching me how to meditate. But if you stay with it and, just be consistent with it, then you'll start to get those downloads, because all your information is inside of you. You don't need to go outside of yourself. Everything's inside of you. My coach tells me all the time, I'll say, "Oh, thank you for teaching me that." And he's like, "I didn't teach you anything. Yeah. I'm helping you to remember. Exactly. You already know." Exactly. Yes, everything is within you. So if you learn to slow your mind down and to meditate, you'd be surprised what you will download.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Have you ever experienced something in your life that just a regular person couldn't explain, that made you, as far as a dream or whatever the case may be, have you seen something, or what made you turn into the woman you are today?
Oh gosh, that started back in like 2020. I think there was like a shift in maybe the Earth's resonance or something. Yeah. That's when I first started, and things just, nothing ever seemed right to me. I was constantly questioning. I was raised in church, so I was constantly, okay, wait a minute, the Bible says this, then over here it says this, and that's not the same thing. That goes against each other. So I was always questioning, but then I was taught not to question, which is terrible, but it's the truth. But then in 2020, it was like, I don't know, something inside of me just changed. And when it did, I just started going down this path, and I traveled it all by myself. I was told, I was married at the time, and I was told by him that I was demon possessed because, I was doing all these things. Yes.
God, yes. Hey, hold on, what you said, we're going to go on a commercial break. We're going to get into it. We will be right back.
Hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share to help get this information out. And we're finna jump right into it, man. I'm going to do it for the people. I ain't even going to hold y'all. Let's do it.
All right, we're back. Hey, if y'all ain't heard part 1 and part 2, you just can't start listening to part 3. It wouldn't make any sense. But like we were discussing earlier, you said your husband thought he was like, what the hell, you possessed or something. You think he just didn't understand, didn't care, or what do you think it was?
He didn't understand. He still doesn't understand. Like, we've been divorced for 4 years now, and he still thinks I'm crazy. Yeah. But he's very indoctrinated by the church. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask
you. But
yeah,
you had asked me about. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You had asked me about something happening that just couldn't be explained. One night when I was sleeping, I was watching myself sleep. I could see myself in the bed, and I was actually having an out-of-body experience.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that can't be explained by just normal everyday stuff,
And that ain't shit we was taught in school, and stuff like that should make people start questioning right off the bat. Like, what the hell? So was it anything else in the room? Like, did you smell anything? Did you hear anything? Or like, how did you get back in your body?
I just snapped back. Like, I think once you get to a certain point and you realize, you're out of your body and you're going somewhere else, it just rubber bands you back. There's different methods that I've read to help you to stay out so that you can explore more, because you can go anywhere in the galaxy, different dimensions, timelines, all that. Yeah, so I haven't been able to get out since then, but I can't wait till I do.
Like I say, me personally, it's these particular herbs I've been taking. Herbs, whatever you want to call them. But it's called intellectual power, and I think I've been telling you about it. And for the people that listen, I have all that good stuff up on the screen. And these particular pills, man, your dreams are going to be real. But the thing is, a lot of people may freeze once they realize they're not just waking up instantly. Like, you're actually dreaming and can move around. But before I actually, came across these, I was always told one way you can wake up in your dreams, if you can actually turn your hands over and look at your palms. If you can look at both of your palms, you'll instantly wake up and realize you woke up in a dream. But once most people realize that they're in a dream, that's when something happens and they just wake up completely and can't get back. Like, it's certain things you have to be able to do. I would say knowledge. You have to know yourself a lot more. Meditation. And one thing definitely I would say that helped me when it comes to my dreams, fasting. If you fast and stop eating meat and all this processed shit and just strictly water, that'll help you a lot if you're trying to, find some information and pull some knowledge back out of your dreams.
Yes. I actually saw someone speaking on the fact that our bodies weren't made to actually eat, which I don't know why we would have a digestive tract, but they were saying that the sun feeds you everything that you need. And, they tell you the sun's bad for you, but it's not.
Yeah, it definitely gives you energy. But at the same time, some people, it may do the opposite. You never know. But
yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with your beliefs and your intentions as well, because you can shape your whole reality with that.
Okay, so that leads to my next question. Do you know anything about sun gazing?
I do. I know that you are supposed to sun gaze 30 minutes in the morning when the sun is first coming up, and then the last 30 minutes before the sun goes down, and you will actually receive light codes and information. It's like downloads, and sometimes you don't really understand what you're getting. It's for a later time. But yes, the sun is your friend. That's where a wealth of knowledge comes from.
You see, this is why I've been trying to get Nova on here for a long time, but I finally caught her ass, and we will be hearing a lot more from her. And like I say, she just got a busy schedule. She is in the medical field. What she do, where she do, none of your business. But this is coming from a highly trained, recommended doctor, I may say, and who understands like all the pharmaceutical drugs and what she's been taught has been bullshit. So, the awakening is real. I will say that.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
So with that being said, now we're going to go on a commercial break. We're going to let them think on a little bit. We can't give them too much right off hand, but yeah, definitely not. And we will be back. This is another commercial break. Yeah, this commercial break right here, they're going to break down, man, the things we talking about. Do your research. Certain words we say, look them up. And branch off, man. That's what it's about, sharing knowledge. Hey, I'm not here to force you to believe. I'm not here to do none of that. I'm just putting it out there. And if it's 100 people in the room, I wouldn't give a damn, like I say, if it just hit one person. That's who it was meant for. Just like the same knowledge might have went over other people's head, but it was meant for me. But other than that, yeah, matter of fact, I might even turn the comments off. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna be able to say shit on this one. I know it's a lot of bullshit out there. They're gonna try to throw y'all. So yeah, I don't want to hear shit y'all got. The comments off. Yeah, it's gonna be off on this one. But let's keep going. Let's jump back into it. All right, we back. We are back. And we were speaking offline or whatever, and we was talking about traffic and all that good stuff. And you made a comment about something I heard of recently as well. Would you like to speak on it? NPCs.
Yes.
Well, explain what an NPC for some people who may not know what it is. What's an NPC? What does that stand for?
Okay, those who play video games know NPC means non-playable character.
Exactly.
So we actually have humans here on Earth that are NPCs. They're a meat suit, basically, but there's no soul within them. They run on a program.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I seen some shit the other day. I came across. It was this guy who was speaking on. He was saying he was hired to actually just like a real fucking job. People pay him to do this, to just walk around the mall all day And to make it seem like, and there's a bunch of people who's like that, to make it seem like certain stuff is packed. He was saying some people getting paid to be in the food court, some people getting paid to ride them little trains in the middle of the mall. But their job is not to speak to some people. They're just there to pretty much pull people in. And that makes sense when you think, if you know about crisis actors and all that stuff. People that may not know, just Google crisis actors. We're finna put you on a lot of game. But do you think it's NPCs that may be, let's say, for instance, in traffic? You know how sometimes you be in traffic and it'd be like a fucking build up, and when you get to that specific spot, you don't see anything, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, why was it even? Is that some type of energy harvesting, or what do you think it is?
Absolutely. If they can, not just fear, just, stress and anger and all those things, they feed off of all that, all negative, low vibrational energy they feed off of. So, 100%. And I do that, like on my way to work in the morning, I will make up my mind and I will, have a little talk with myself, and I'm like, okay, all NPCs, you are not in my reality. You cannot be on the road this morning. Right, exactly. Right. And since I started doing this, like traffic flight, I drive an hour to get to work. Jeez. So, yeah, exactly. So getting them all out of the way so that I don't have to deal with them, it's a pretty nice drive.
Yeah. So do you think that's what the when you speak on energy harvesting, and like what we're saying is people get off and it makes them powerful knowing that you're feeling some type of way. And to give an example, if y'all ever been around somebody and you feeling good, having a good time, and all of a sudden somebody just says something fucking completely stupid or does something dumb that damn near drains your energy. That's a form of energy harvesting, because what you're not realizing, those people are actually getting off on knowing that you feel some type of way. Yeah. So the shit is real. So imagine on a bigger level. That's what I think. I think that's what the media is. That's why they're always showing bullshit. That's all. I done heard about far as certain stadiums. Man, all type of shit. There's some crazy shit going on out here. People really don't understand or realize it's right in front of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I had seen something the other day that there is only actually, they say there's like billions of people on the earth. There's only 600,000 people that are real souls on the earth. The rest are NPCs.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
When you really think about it. So now when people, they go out, they're going to start paying more attention. I mean, you should be fucking aware anyway. If you ask me, you should be paying attention to what's going on around you. But every person you see are not flesh and blood, I can almost guarantee you. No. And if you don't believe me, get yourself a thermal camera and, hey, go about it.
Yep. Another thing that you can watch for is like, in my neighborhood, there's someone that's been here. I've lived here for 10 years, and I've never once seen groceries carried into that house. Not one time in 10 years.
Damn. Well, they got a garden out back? What do you think?
Nope. There's no garden out back. I can see all around that house. No. NPC all the way.
I believe it.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Oh.
Yeah. It is. But, I mean, it's a source of frustration for us, because everything's packed and we got to stand in line forever, your traffic crossing or whatever. It's just constantly putting those low vibrations out there, putting you in a state.
Yep.
So, yeah. And there's also energy vampires, like people that will come to you and you'll be feeling all great and everything's wonderful and you don't block yourself off, and they come to you and by the time they leave, 5 minutes later, you are like totally irate, just mad at the world, but it's because they stole a lot of your energy from you.
I'll never forget, man. I had this experience. I want to say it was last year too. It was this old lady. I'll never forget. I was in the grocery store, and you know me, I'll be on the grill and shit a lot. So I might have been getting some damn fucking Roger Wood or something like that. But I was closing the door back, and all of a sudden she was right there, showed up, and I can't explain the shit, man. But like I fucking froze. Like, not that I was scared, like she threw me off, but like I couldn't fucking move for like 2 to 3 seconds. Like I couldn't move at all. Yeah. And she just said, excuse me. And that was it. And it was an older lady, but I pick up on everything. I pay attention. Like I say, I know myself. I know my body. I tried to move. I couldn't fucking move for like 2, 3 seconds. And we was making direct eye contact. I don't know what she was and who she was, but I got the hell on up out of there.
Yeah.
I ain't never really, I ain't told nobody that experience until now, but that's something I'll never forget. It's certain shit that happened I'll never forget. But,
Yeah. It's like sometimes you meet somebody and you don't know them. You've never met them before in your life, but you just get this feeling from them and you just know something ain't right.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you got to avoid those.
But
Definitely.
see, that's the thing, though, that they look fucking normal. Like, so you really don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you have NPCs in your family and you don't even know it.
Nah, I
We all do.
experienced some certain shit that I would say, I don't know necessarily about an NPC, but definitely a fucking somebody who drains energy. Yeah. It's somebody who comes to thought when I think about that. But yeah, always negative. You know, the person that always got something to say about everybody in the family. They may bring information to one family member, but not realizing they got information about everybody. Somebody just like to keep up shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how they go. But I don't pay that shit no attention, though, to be honest. But
I don't either. You learn to protect yourself. You learn to like block your energy so that they can't get to you, and that's good.
Yeah, one person just talk about everybody in the goddamn family, but ain't never got nothing to say about themselves. Yeah, you know how that go.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Naysayers. Yep. Low vibrational beings.
That's all it is. And with that being said, we're going back on another commercial break, y'all, and just tune in, stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Different. Really, it's probably more happening outside of Atlanta than inside of the city of Atlanta.
Exactly.
Real talk.
Follow me this way.